Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and today I've got another portfolio update for you all. I've been trying to keep it consistent lately, so if you do appreciate that and enjoy these videos, I'd really appreciate you smashing that like button. Just dropping a quick like on the video can really make my day, and I have to admit, it's definitely motivating for me with creating future videos because I know more people want to see them. But aside from all of that, we had a pretty interesting stock market day today. As you can see, at 9 a.m. during the pre-market hours from 9 a.m. to 9:30, we started off at a pretty high point at 1.88% in the positive, and then we had a slow decline until about 10:50 a.m. and that sort of just went up and down with a lot of volatility, but basically stayed on a baseline until finally we reached that 2:40 p.m. mark of today. And at the end of the day, we had sort of a rally that just really clutched it up for us in terms of positive gains, at least with my portfolio today. As you can see with VOO, it was actually a little bit more consistent than my portfolio was. And I think that has a lot to do with just how well Apple did, which it didn't do very well. And I do have a pretty significant holding in Apple, as you can see, about 18%. So that's one of the reasons my portfolio made that play. But VOO, which basically just mirrors the general trend of the stock market, it actually did pretty well. It did sort of the same thing as my portfolio, except it just didn't make as many drastic moves. Like my portfolio started out a lot higher, I believe, and then with VOO, like there was a pretty sharp decline there. But with VOO, it started up decently high. It actually started up higher than my portfolio did, but the decline seems a little bit less here. We got a nice 2.76% today, which I'm really happy with. It actually ended up being more positive at end of day than I believe we were at the start of the market, 2.8 and 2.59. So we actually ended the day more positive than the pre-market, which is a little bit unusual, at least in my opinion, but I'm definitely not complaining whatsoever. I'm definitely happy about that. So I'm very glad to see that VOO, man, this internet is slow today, or either it's Robinhood 1, but I'm very happy to see that VOO is slowly reducing my losses here. I'm still down $3,100 or minus 9.22%, but we've actually recovered a decent amount with VOO, and I'm not really sure if this is going to be a dead cat bounce. I really do think that we are going to face a larger crash in the future, or maybe even a recession, just given everything that's going on right now. But I would certainly love for it to go back into the positive rather than us experience another crash. But I do feel like a crash is very likely, so I'm being cautious and I'm not getting my hopes up. But I would absolutely love to see this rebound back to my baseline price of when I started buying most of this in December. So if it could reach around that 296 mark and I could break even, to be honest, I would probably sell VOO and then use that to add more into Microsoft. If I could just get this to where I'm not selling it at a loss and just sell it at a baseline even price, then I would probably sell VOO, some of VOO, maybe like 10K or something like that, and put it into Microsoft just because I have more faith in Microsoft than VOO. But regardless, VOO is a great dividend stock and it's pretty consistent other than when we have a crash like this. Like, especially when there's a crash, VOO seems to drop much more than my other stocks like Microsoft and Apple and even Tesla. But like I said, solid stock market day. We're in the negative a little bit in the after hours, and I think that's mostly just due to Apple and the fact that I have a pretty large position in Apple. But overall, I'll still easily, gladly take a $700 gain in one day. That's still great for me. And just to break down all of my holdings individually, like I like to do for all of my portfolio updates. So as you can see, 2.76% gain in VOO. And today we gained $828, and like I said earlier, we're still down $3,100, minus 9.22%. So not too bad, but I do get a little bit more nervous about VOO just because I think it's one of those stocks that if you're down a decent amount of percentage, it's going to take a while for that to recover, especially with VOO. It seems to recover a lot less than all of these other stocks like Microsoft and Apple and Tesla. So if we check out Microsoft, we're just barely in the positive today, but I'll absolutely take it. Always better than a negative day. So we got a nice $45 and we gained 0.27%. And I'm up in the positive greatly with Microsoft, 11.63% or almost $1,800. And I've been preaching Microsoft for a reason, and this is exactly why. But moving on to the next one, we have Apple, the dreaded drop day for Apple. And I think Apple may end up suffering for a while just because of supply lines and how their businesses have been affected across the world, just given this whole situation currently. So I do think in the meantime, Apple may struggle a little bit, but I still think long term it's a fantastic stock. And I think something happened with Morningstar with their analyst rating or however they wanted to value it at. I know they updated it on April 14th, but it's been at a fair value of 240 for a while now. I know that even when, like, before this huge crash happened, it was a fair value of 240. So obviously, I think Apple is a little bit overvalued, but I still think it's a great stock for long term. And we're only down 1.49% or $178, so I absolutely take that. And then let's see if we're positive on Tesla. I don't think we are just yet, but I think we're getting close. I bought in at like an average price of, let's see, $811. I even bought some shares for $950, which some people would say is absolutely crazy. But as you can see, we got a nice 0.91% and $54 gain on Tesla. We're only down 7.35%. That's absolutely accomplishable for Tesla. I mean, look at how much it's moved up just in the past month. It's up 90% in the past month. That's so crazy. But I'll absolutely take that, and we're only down 477. And considering the fact that I was down 35% and a lot of money just a few days ago, I'm very happy with how this stock is performing, and I expect nothing less with Tesla. I know it's going to be volatile for a while, but I'm definitely happy with the position that I'm in currently, even if I did pay a little bit extra, more than what a lot of investors paid. But anyways, I just wanted to share this portfolio update with you all and my thoughts about the market. And also, by the way, like I always say, these videos and everything that I say in these videos are not intended to be financial advice. It's simply me sharing my opinions about the market, the moves that I'm making, and my predictions for the future. So do not consider any of this financial advice. But if you would like to begin investing, feel free to use my referral links for Robinhood and Webull down in the description and at the top of the comment section below. Not only does it support the channel right now, especially since I'm not getting paid anything from YouTube, I'm just doing this out of fun and just to have sort of like a community of like-minded individuals where we can all discuss things. But not only does it support the channel, but you'll also get some free stocks, and especially with Webull, I've actually been getting some high value stocks with Webull lately. So if you sign up and then deposit $100, I think you'll get 2 free stocks. And really, as long as you had that $100 to deposit on Webull and you use my referral link, you really don't lose any money or anything. You just wait until you get those free stocks, and you could just absolutely just withdraw the $100 back to your bank account if you wanted. So it's absolutely free, and it's basically passive income. So I do think it would be a good idea to sign up as well, because I did the same thing when I first created my Webull account. I put the $100 in, took it back out, but I still got my free stocks, and now I have a few free stocks in there, which is pretty nice. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to drop a like on it. I really do appreciate all the kind words from you all, and simply just being able to interact with every one of you on here. It's pretty awesome. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend.